What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we went to a random Cuban restaurant. I was in the middle of my workout. As you can tell, I'm still wearing my workout clothes, which 9 times out of 10 I usually am, which is why you see me in these old messed up shirts. But in the middle of the workout, I'm looking through different restaurants trying to figure out what it is I want, and all I see is Cuban food. And if you're unfamiliar with Cuban food, one of their most popular dishes is called Ropa vieja, and I got a craving for it, so I went to a different place, random place. Place is known as La Havana 59. It is located in Moonachie, New Jersey, and it has a 4.2 rating out of about 2,200 ratings on Google. So we got a bunch of stuff. We're gonna try it, see what's up. Hopefully it's good, because the craving is real, which means that if it is mid, they're gonna know it's mid, because I'm in the mood, which is even worse. Damn, they top. You know what? Do y'all do this when y'all get mad? Y'all I'm gonna rip this. Get open. I ain't got time for that. Okay, utensils, check. Bag of something, check. Let's get into some of these. That didn't fall, did it? Ooh, thank goodness. All right, let's see what we got. Hey, move, man. Y'all do it your way. I don't know what the hell this is, but that doesn't look like a lot of food. Is this supposed to be Ropa vieja? Are y'all not? This, I don't know what this costs, bro. We're gonna have to check. We already have to check already. Remember, see that? Ropa vieja. That's 18. This is why we do this. If it's good, it's good, but that's really not a lot of food in my opinion. Oh, this is the appetizer plate. Check this out. This guy's a lot of different stuff. I'll get to it and go through it when I get there. That looks good. Y'all just sit. Yeah, I'm about to be mad at that Ropa vieja, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Let's see. I think these are the papas rellenas, which is, yeah, it's like a ball, potato ball, more or less. Papa rellenas, mean a roll. Anyway, and this should be. I got some steak. I think this should be the steak one. Yeah, so this is steak with onions. They call this bistec de palomilla. I don't know if that's like a place or a region, but this looks good. Why is there not enough rice in here? I hope there's extra rice in here, because I'm gonna be mad. See what else we got? This should be some beans. Or soup. I did get a soup. Yep. Okay. So this is the sopa de pollo. It means chicken soup. This is the most popular item on the menu. Is there beans in here, bro? Where are the beans? Esta beans, bro. I think these are the beans. Yeah, it looks like they put it in coffee cups. I love that. Cubans like their coffee, bro. So these are the black beans. Yes, so these are black beans, which I'll add. That's actually a smart idea, because it's not going to get soggy. And then we got the red beans. Y'all can't see in there. Let me get this situated, and through the power of editing, you will see this all set up and ready to go. Okay, power of editing is real. Everything is set up and situated to go. So there are 3 different dishes. We have 2 appetizers. That's 4 dishes. I can't count. We have 2 appetizers, we have a soup, and then we have 2 entrees. In total, this came out to, let's see the receipt, $65.98. That's really not that bad. The most expensive thing that I saw on the menu were the steak, which is $20, and then the Ropa vieja, which was $18. I just noticed that, I mean, the container's pretty big, I guess, but it doesn't seem like to be a lot of food. A lot of times, with the better the restaurant, the more food you get for the less amount of money. At least in my travels, that is what I have found. So we're gonna start off with the appetizer. So I'm gonna go with this appetizer sampler, which they call the habanero, which is like a little guy from Havana, more or less. But this comes with a ton of different food. It has beef, chicken, a guava and cheese empanada, a Cuban tamale, ham croquettes, stuffed potatoes with ground beef, corn fritters, fried spinach sausage, fried cheese, ham and cheese rolls. It's a lot of food, bro. That's like the most valued thing that you can see on here. Now, I don't know what's what, so I'm just gonna get into this and see what is what. This is an empanada. It's a little small empanada, but it does look pretty good. So I'm gonna guess this is the guava with cheese. Let's just bite it and see what's going on. It comes with a sauce too. I don't know what kind of sauce this is. It's a ton of food on here. Again, it smells like garlic. All right, let's give this a shot. This is beef. This ain't guava. Ain't beef down here? There's 3 different empanadas. I'm sorry. It had commas on it, so I thought it was just like beef, but this is the beef empanada. Let's try it with the sauce. the outside of the wrap on the empanada is really good. The inside is a little dry and not a ton of flavor on it, if I'm being real. I would give this a 4 out of 10. Not really doing it for me. But empanada number 2, this is like empanada roulette or lottery. This is the chicken. This is much better. Ooh. What happened with the beef? The chicken bangs. Ton of flavor on this. Oh man. This is like a garlic dipping sauce from what it tastes like. And it's really good. The chicken, super flavorful, not dry at all. It's the polar opposite of what I just had. I would give that an 8 out of 10. So this must be the guava with cheese right here. Whatever. This is fire. The guava's like a jelly. The cheese came all out in one bite. I wish I could show you, but it doesn't exist anymore. But the guava, this is good, man. Holy. I need about 13 of those. My goodness. 9 out of 10. Wow. I'm gonna have to get a drink after that one. That's like really sweet. It almost eats like a dessert. I could see that going well even with some ice cream. That was good. I ain't gonna lie. This little feast right here, how much does this one cost? $16. I'd pay $16 for that any day. But even just what I'm having right now. So, this looks like a sausage. It is. Spiced well. It's a good sausage. 7 out of 10. I think this is a corn fritter. I like this. I love little appetizers like this. Hold on. Definitely a corn fritter. I've had some bad corn fritters in my life. This is pretty good. The consistency on the inside is almost like creamed corn. So you can see little pieces of corn in it, but outside's nice and crispy. That's okay in my book. 8 out of 10. And I think this is the same ball. I got my menu over here. Can't tell. We'll figure it out when we get there. This is a stuffed potato with ground beef. The potato, mashed potato consistency, outside still tough. It reminds me of an Italian rice ball, but with potatoes in it. The potatoes are so good in here and flavorful. You can almost see like a seasoning ring on there. Don't drop stuff on the floor, please. That it covers up the fact that, in my opinion, the ground beef just really is lackluster. And you get a little bit of this garlic sauce. I'm with it. I'm with it with that garlic sauce. Crazy. Sign me up. That I like. And it had limon on here and I didn't even use it. I give that a 7.5 out of 10. Juicy lime. I love a juicy lime. Just get a piece of the queso. It's cheese. This is fried cheese. This reminds me of Dominican breakfast. It goes really well if you do like a combo. So you get the cheese with the sausage. And you come in like this. I love appetizers like this, especially when you go out to eat with people. Because you can kind of pick at things, try different stuff. It's like the perfect starter for anything. I believe this is a croquette. I'm going to guess this is ham and cheese. It is. You really get that flavor of the ham in there. So it's a little salty, which personally a little salty for my taste. But it is ham. It's expected to be, which is a big reason why I'm not the biggest fan of ham. I give that a 5 out of 10. And it looks like we got a Cuban tamale. I'm just going to pick this up. Let me show you real quick because it was underneath everything. You can see it kind of chilling under there where my thumb is. right here. Let's see what's going on in here, man. Can you get the middle piece? Get the middle piece. Yeah, there we go. Look, that looks better. That's good. That's good. The outside of the tamale is definitely corn. Has a big corn flavor. And the inside is like, I'm getting roast pork. That I like 8.5. And I don't know what the hell this is, but whatever's going on in here, it's probably good. This is ham and cheese. Cream cheese. 2 different kinds of cheese? 2 different kinds of cheese. This ham works much better. That's the ham I think of when I think of Cuban food. Oof. This is nice. Let me get one more piece of this sausage. This whole thing, I give an 8.3 out of 10 to. I think it'd be really awesome if you can go and try this with different people. Really, really hits. And I don't know what's in here. I think it's the same ground beef and cheese though, or ground beef and potato. Yeah, it's the same one. I've already admitted that I'm a fan of. This, you could sign me up for this. Put this on a sandwich or something too. Fantastic. But there's also a pink sauce in here, which I'm gonna guess is like a ketchup and mayo base. Yep, definitely. Very similar to like a lot of Dominican food I've had with the pink sauce. Let's try it out though. Or if you're gonna break off. That's what it is. This is like a kicked up version of like when you get like Banana King. It really reminds me of that. But it is good. Okay, let's move right along to the flagship, the national dish of Cuba. We have got the Ropa vieja. It means old clothes. So you cook beef really long and it simmers in its juices till it gets almost stringy, which is where the name comes from. Y'all know I like my plastic utensils if I don't break it on the way out. I love Ropa vieja. I've had it a billion times in my life. There used to be this Cuban spot I used to go to with like a bunch of friends. It doesn't exist anymore. But I hope this is, because this is why I'm here. So let's try that. You see how the consistency is almost stringy? It should look like this. I can get down with it. I can get down with it. Thank God it's not terrible. Thank God it's not mid. It does come with black beans, so I'm going to get those in a second. But we got the rice. And what looks like a tostada. Let's get the black beans on here. Yeah, right. The hell you doing? Bang. I should have got extra rice. Not that I need it. I don't know why. It just would have made me feel better to see more rice on there. So let's try to rice the black beans. Black beans are on fire. They're good. A lot of flavor in those. You can tell they've been cooking for a long time. And in a stock. They're also not from a can. Canned beans suck when you're getting like legit food. When you at home, yeah, get you a can. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But let's get more of this. Let me see. Let me get the whole thing, because you got to get the whole thing. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits. Hold on now. There's a lot of flavor. The thing that when I first bit it, obviously because it's in a take-home container, right? This is just me being real. The juices kind of went to the bottom, but when I stirred it up, which you should, the flavors really started to come together. Big piece of pepper on here. That's not a complaint. That's just a statement. Come here. Yeah. Yep. We're good. We're good. Craving satisfied. We're good. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I don't care. You can tell a lot about a Cuban restaurant if you order Ropa Vieja. If it sucks, more than likely, why? If the Ropa Vieja sucks, more than likely the restaurant sucks. This, again, I've had a decent amount of this. It is on the very good level. It's very good. The consistency of the steak, I've had more tender, but it's not dry. I've had a little more flavorful, but it's very flavorful. On a scale of things, ranking against every one I've ever had before, I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's very good. And now we have the beefsteak, which just means steak de palomilla. Now, again, I don't know where, or if this is like a region or someone, or I'm not sure, but it's just a steak with sauteed onions and white rice, and then you have the what they're calling frijoles rojos, which just means red beans. So let's get a little of that bean. Ooh, these. Hold on now. I'm going right in. Hold on. Yeah. It's another thing you can tell. Again, just in my travels, I've eaten a lot of not just Cuban food, but a lot of Latin food in general. If the beans suck, the place sucks. These are good beans. Both of them are good. So that's a nice sign. Now come over here and let's go in. Bro, if you've never had food like this, you just don't get it. It be hitting when it's good. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab, okay, steak look juicy. Decent piece, decent size. Pause. It's seasoned well. Definitely. A lot of flavor of that onion coming through. Let me just grab a piece and put that back on top. The flavor's on point. For sure. But, I gotta get a but. Hold on. When it all comes together, it bangs. The steak, in my opinion, a little on the tough side. The flavor's there. It's just a little tough. But I try not to penalize restaurants when it comes to steak in particular, because steak is one of those things that just doesn't travel well. I know a lot of people are part of the team you got to eat inside the restaurant. I agree with you to certain things from like a relatively macro extent. Steak is definitely one of those things. When you get steak, the minute that it starts to kind of get cool again, it doesn't hit the same. So I won't penalize too much on that. If I was one of those people that ate in a restaurant or in the car, it might not be like this. So I'll keep that into consideration. The beans are awesome. I love those red beans, man. Oof. The onion really adds a nice bit of flavor to this. Why am I trying to eat this with a fork? Let me get this right here. Flavors are all definitely there. The only penalty, again, which could be me or could be them, not sure, more than likely it's me, is the steak is a little bit dry. Well, other than that, flavors, this would bang. I do wish they gave you a little more, but I'm just being greedy. Because that one piece of steak, again, this costs $20, bro. $20 is a lot for what you're getting here. Especially with that kind of steak, because that kind of steak is not an expensive cut. Just being real. So with all that into consideration, again, I would give this a 7 out of 10. Possibly could move up to like an 8, depending on if I ate it in a restaurant or not. But that's just me being transparent and honest. And last, we do have what their number one ordered thing was on the menu, which is the sopa de pollo, the chicken soup. Now, they give you a lot of soup. This is actually the small. It said pequeña. That's the little one. This soup came out to $6. Looks like there's an entire piece of corn in here, which reminds me of like when I get sancocho. It's also soup. Did I get a napkin? Did you get no napkins? Did you get no napkins? Nah, we just gonna do it, man. Y'all can be, oh, you still got. I know I have soup on my hand. I don't care. I'm not getting. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. I like to see big ass pieces of real chicken and big ass pieces of corn and all that. That means that this was really cooked for real, and it's not no, you know, BS soup. Now it just comes down to, let's try this broth. There is potatoes in here. If I pick this up, it might. There's potatoes in here as well as noodles. It's nice. That's nice. I just whispered that. We just went ASMR. My mic is right there. And there's still bone in here. Most people don't like that. I do. That's flavor. I don't want to drop it back in the damn soup, though. This is good soup. Good. Really slow cooked chicken flavor on this that you can't get by taking shortcuts. That is very noticeable right off the bat. Sometimes people will use things like the chicken base and the bouillon and stuff like that. Bouillon, I still think is good, but it has a different taste than when you actually let it simmer with the bones and the stock and all of the vegetables and aromatics, and you get it. And it's really in there. Looks like the potatoes went in last because they're not soggy as hell, which is good in my opinion. And the one that really hits, you get these little pieces of corn like this. Good ass corn, bro. Woo! Yeah, give me a second. Am I spoon that? Yeah. Anybody who knows anything knows that this is how you really eat soup. Yeah. Yep. Very much yes. This is the best thing I've had. This is it's the number one ordered thing, I guess, for a reason. Bruh. Yeah. Yep. Yep. One more. One more. One more. I have one of my blinds open in my house, and the blind keeps hitting against the window because it's windy. My dog just got alarmed. I don't know if you just heard him, but he's like right here now. When he gets like nervous, he'll just sit there like he don't care. What are you? Relax, bro. Can y'all hear that? I'm sure you can. I turned down the noise suppression a little bit, but he's going. That's what he does when he don't like something. He don't like a noise, something sound foreign. He gonna do that. But then he comes and lays next to me because I guess my energy calms him down. So now he's just chilling. So I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't care if y'all heard that, but that's a little inside info. This soup is fire. Man, the soup good, bro. Soup is good. I got a bone. That's okay for me. Again, growing up, my mom made soup. She left the bones in the soup too. If you got one, you keep it moving because it's delicious. I don't care what they. If you take the bones out your soup, that's fine. But we ain't bougie like that. I don't have a problem with that, and I'm with it. So, with that being said, all that put into consideration, I'll sit there and eat the whole damn thing. I'm actually gonna keep this. I don't care. Like, the soup can't be that bad, right? Nah, because ain't no like crazy stuff in here. Yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm not gonna eat the rice though. I want to eat the rice. I'll give this a 9.2 out of 10. It's delicious. Overall, food here is very good. I can say that more than likely some of it is because some type of food doesn't really travel well. So it might have messed with the consistency of the steak and everything. Is this the best Cuban food I have ever had? No. Is it very, very good Cuban food and better than a lot of it? Yes. Would I eat here again? Hell yeah. But more than likely, I would stick to like the appetizers and stuff because I do feel like if you go to certain spots, you can get, again, my opinion. It's not disrespect. This is just me being as objective as possible. I feel like I can get better versions of that, these two entrees, for less money, which is a double whammy. But I did like everything. The quality was good, and the food is very flavorful. I only took one sip of the soda, so you know the soup was hitting for real. But Cuban food, finished my workout, cravings were done, everything's on point. I'm gonna go make some friends and give my food away, and then go see what the hell my dog is making no noise about. But that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be back. Tomorrow, I'm going to see The Equalizer. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. I know some of y'all done clicked off already. I did watch the documentary about Bishop Sycamore. I talked about it on stream, but I didn't talk about it in my Chick-fil-A video. It's good. It is hilarious. It's also, towards the end, takes a twisting turn to where the reality of what kind of transpired and the lives that were ruined by doing it set in. The guy who's the main person who like spearheaded this whole thing, I could see something was off about him from the beginning. I don't trust his eyes, and I do think it's a very interesting watch. I prefer documentaries that are more grounded in realism than what they did with the Florida thing, which was like a puff piece in my opinion. I think Urban Meyer is a good football coach, going back to the Florida thing, but I think that he's also, like a lot of coaches on that level, as a person who played and got to know some things that I'm not going to go into. A lot of times, even when coaches win, they're not the best people, and they're kind of like, I'm looking for a word here, they're kind of like not just hypocritical, but like conniving, like there's a lot of stuff that you don't know about. The Urban Meyer thing came to light because he got fired at Jacksonville, some of the things that he would do, and this wasn't what happened in my experiences or with things I've heard secondhand from certain people who would transfer in or out of schools, etc. But in the Urban Meyer situation, when he was in Jacksonville, he literally kicked a player. I never witnessed anything like that. I want to make that clear. But just the kind of things that you don't know about until somebody blows the whistle on, as well as the fact that Urban Meyer always preached accountability and then missed traveling with the team to end up partying with some random girl in a bar, which he got caught doing. Just the hypocritical part of they don't really do what they say, and they kind of have this dictatorship, I'm just going to use that word, type of regime, especially college coaches. But the Bishop Sycamore thing, again, is an interesting watch. If you have, it's on Max. I suggest you watch it. I think it was really entertaining. But also, again, I felt bad for like some of the kids, like the young men, the teenagers that got kind of screwed over by the situation, that they were conned. And I think the outside looking in, a lot of people saw the Bishop Sycamore thing when it kind of rolled out on, like, you know, ESPN, and they were just laughing like there's a bunch of 20-year-olds. Not all those kids were grown men, and a lot of them were duped and conned and all kinds of crazy stuff that, you know, is just egregiously wrong. And this guy was someone that skirted along the lines in a gray area where it wasn't illegal, it was just immoral, and he did that left and right, and he was good at it, but he was also a shitty person. Excuse me for cursing. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to see The Equalizer. I love Denzel Washington. He's like my favorite actor ever, so I've been super pumped for this. So the movie is going to be like a late night eats kind of vibe, because I think my movie doesn't start till like 10 or something like that, because, you know, I got work and everything like that. So there will be like an Equalizer kind of thing if you're interested in that kind of stuff, because I'm super excited to see it. Like, Denzel is like, for me, that's my guy, bro. You know, he'd leave me here with something. That's the man behind the quote. You know what I mean? He from round away. But that's going to be the end of the video, man. I hope that y'all enjoyed, and we will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I find something to eat late at night, because it's going to be late midnight. More content, which I will, because I always do. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.